everybody. Welcome to YouTube channel Enrich Your Biology. Today we will start with preparation for NEET, that is entrance exam for various medical courses, MBBS, BDS, B Pharmacy and other relevant courses. And first of all, I wish all the candidates listening my videos to qualify the exam, the entrance test in first attempt and be a good doctor, serve to the mankind, serve to the nation, serve to the society. So I will give some points chapter wise to remember it. It will be a cumbersome task if we do multiple choice questions on the board and then reply it. It will be lengthy as well and we won't be able to complete the syllabus. So I'm giving you some points only chapter wise. You can note it down. If you remember it, then there is no need to note it down. Then you can utilize these points by attempting your multiple choice question from your books. So today we'll do some points of classification of living organism. So first of all, to say Greek philanthropist Aristotle, he classified the organism depending upon the nature of habitat. That is, animals or the organism living on land, they were classified as terrestrial animals, terrestrial organism, and the animal or the organism or the plants living inside the water, they are called as aquatic, and others which live in the air, they are called as the aerial. However, it is not scientific, because in the water you can see many kinds of animals there. They are not interrelated to each other. Fishes there belong to a class, paleomon to a class, and oyster to the other. Then you can say mangroves, all these, and seaweeds, they're different. They can't be classified into single class. So this is not scientific reason. This is not scientific classification. However, you should remember the term what is terrestrial, what is aquatic, and what is aerial or avian, right? So terrestrial, living on land, aquatic, living in water, and aerial, living in the air. So then scientific classification was given by many scientists, Ernest Haeckel, then Robert Brown and R.H. Whittaker. R.H. Whittaker gave the 5 kingdom classification. Remember it. R.H. Whittaker, he gave the 5 kingdom classification, and this was based on scientific facts. What are those? The 5 kingdom classification of R.H. Whittaker was based on cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, way of living, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationship. You can note it. 5 kingdom classification was based on scientific facts, cell structure, whether eukaryotic, whether they are prokaryotic, body organization, single cellular, then multicellular, complex multicellular, mode of nutrition, heterotrophic, autotrophic, saprotrophic, then you can say mode of living, way of living, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationship. Then I've told you that we might have heard the term heterotrophic, autotrophic, saprotrophic. What are these? Heterotrophic, which can't manufacture their food themselves. They depend upon the other animals or the plants for their feed, for their food. Those are called the heterotrophic, just like we, human beings, insects, and you can say we can't synthesize their food, we have to take from the outside. Other animals, birds, they are all heterotrophic. Autotrophic, which can synthesize their food themselves by taking raw material from the atmosphere, that is carbon dioxide and water. just like plant. All the autotrophic organism, the green plants, they contain the chlorophyll, which is the factor in the presence of sunlight can manufacture food, that is carbohydrate or the starch. Chlorophyll is contained in the chloroplast. Chloroplast is present in their cells. So autotrophic mode of nutrition is the green plants, and you can say blue green algae. Some other chemicals, they also take part in photosynthesis, but the chlorophyll is the main pigment. Then saprotrophic, this is the kind of heterotrophic organism. Saprotrophy, they absorb food from the dead organic material. They secrete the enzyme, and then they will absorb the digested food. That is called as the saprotrophic. Saprotrophic, they may be saprophytic, they may be saprotroph, saprophytic, which obtain food there from the plant, and saprotrophic, they obtain food from the dead organic material, that is animals. Then we will come cyanobacteria, they are also called as the blue green algae. What is their characteristics? They fix the atmospheric nitrogen and make it available to the plants. They fix the atmospheric nitrogen and make it available to the plants. So they are used in the fields, in the agriculture, because nitrogen is very essential elements for the plants. Then you can say nitrogen is fixing bacteria. In addition to cyanobacteria, other bacteria, they also fix the nitrogen. Nitrogen fixing bacteria are present. Remember it. Rhizobium bacter is the nitrogen fixing bacteria. They are present in the root nodules of leguminous plant. Plants belonging to family Leguminosae. Do you follow my point? I'm to say nitrogen fixing bacteria, they are present in the root nodules of leguminous plant. What are those? Sweet pea, all these beans, flax bean, and French beans, you can say all pulses also, they are present in the root nodules of these leguminous plant, and they are used in the agriculture for crop improvement. Then some plants, they are insectivorous. They are aquatic. They obtain the nitrogen from the insects and digest them in some digestive glands are present in their body. That is pitcher-like structure is present, which is called as the pitcher plant. That's why they are called as the pitcher plant. They devour the insects. The digestive glands present in the pitcher, they secrete the enzymes, and food is digested. The insect is paralyzed and digested, and nitrogen deficiencies come up. So these plants, insectivorous plants, I am giving the example. Remember it, pitcher plants, Venus flytrap, butterworts, and sundew plants, they are insectivorous plants. So they capture insects to obtain the nitrogen. Then some plants are parasitic as well. They are called as the parasitic plant. Parasitic plant, they obtain food, ready-made food from the other plants. They are attached to their plants. Their phloem and xylem, they are connected, and so they suck the food from the other plant. So parasitic plant, the example of parasitic plant are Cuscuta and Cassita. Cuscuta and Cassita, they are the example of parasitic plant. Then we come to virus. What is virus? You know, virus is very controversial organism. It is non-living outside the host, but living inside the host. Outside the host, it is not living. It does not perform any function. It does not perform any, it does not reproduce, does not grow. It does not perform any metabolic activities. So it is non-living outside the host. But when it enters the host, it becomes living. It starts dividing, it starts growing. Then it is called as the living. So virus, they are living as well as non-living. Outside the host, they are non-living. Inside the host, they become active, they grow, they reproduce, and they are called as the living. Then you can say, one term is virions. What are virions? Virions, they are just like virus, but they have RNA as genetic material and do not have the protein coat. Whereas virus contain DNA or RNA as the genetic material and a protein coat. Then next point is, have you followed difference between virus? Virus may contain DNA or the RNA as genetic material along with protein coat. But virions, it contains the RNA as the genetic material with no protein coat. Then next point is, chemosynthetic bacteria, they are autotrophic in mode of nutrition. Chemosynthetic bacteria, they are autotrophic in mode of nutrition. And nitrogen fixing bacteria are heterotrophic. They can't obtain their food from the they can't synthesize their food. They obtain food from the plant to which they are associated. So they are nitrogen bacteria, they are heterotrophic. Chemosynthetic bacteria, they are autotrophic in mode of nutrition. Archaebacteria produce biogas from animal dung. The function of archaebacteria, they are used they are of commercial importance. They are also called as methanogens. They produce the methane. So they produce biogas in the animal dung. Then you can say, body of diatoms is formed of siliceous cell known as frustule. Body of diatoms is formed of siliceous cell, silica cell, and this shell is known as frustule. This shell is known as frustule. Then you can say, these diatoms, they produce food themselves. They produce food for themselves as well as for the other organism in the ocean. So they are the producer. Diatoms, they are the producer. They produce food for themselves as well as other forms of life in the ocean. Remember it. Diatoms, they are producer. No, Banna. Neurospora, it is an important genetic tool. It can be grown because it can be grown easily under laboratory conditions, and mutations can be introduced easily, and meiotic division are easily visible. Neurospora, it is important genetic tool. Why? Because it can be grown easily in the laboratory condition. Meiotic division, they can be seen easily in the neurospora, and mutations can be also introduced. Then next important point, trypanosoma. Trypanosoma falls under kingdom Protista. They reproduce asexually by binary fission. They reproduce asexually by binary fission. Then next point, cyanobacteria are heterotrophic bacteria. They fall under the class Eubacteria as they do not possess well-defined nucleus. Nucleus does not have well-defined nuclear membrane and nucleolus. Ribosomes are of 70S type and DNA lies freely in the cytoplasm. So what are eubacteria? In eubacteria, the nucleus is not well defined. It is not covered by the nuclear membrane. No nucleolus is present. And the ribosomes is also of 70S type. And this lie freely in the cytoplasm. Then next very important point, lichens. You must have heard lichens. Lichens are very good example of symbiosis. What is symbiosis? Symbiosis is the association of two animals or the two plants or two organisms which benefit each other. एक उसको खाना देता है तो दूसरा उसको प्रोटेक्शन देता है. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज दी सिम्बायोसिस. मतलब एक दूसरे को फायदा पहुंचाते हैं, दोनों एक दूसरे के लिए यूजफुल हैं, दोनों एक दूसरे के बगैर नहीं रह सकते. दैट इज दे आर कॉल्ड एज दी लाइकन्स. So lichens are very good example of symbiosis, and in this case algae and fungi, they live in symbiotic association with each other. So symbiotic components are algae and fungi. Algal component, it produce the food. It provides food to the lichens, and to say fungal component, it provides protection to the lichen. So algal component lichen is called as phycobiont, and the fungal component is called as the mycobiont. Algal component of lichen is called as phycobiont, and fungal component is called as the mycobiont. So it's very important. Then virus. Euglenoids, they are autotrophic due to the presence of chlorophyll. They are autotrophic in mode of nutrition, but they become heterotrophic in certain circumstances and when sunlight is not available. Viruses are considered to be living as they possess genetic material, can undergo mutation, can grow and multiply when inside the host, are obligate parasite and attack specific host. What are obligate parasite? Obligate parasite which can't live without parasite. So they survive inside the host. Non-living characters of virus are, they are inactive outside, they are inert outside the body of the host, lack respiration, no cellular metabolism, and can be crystallized and precipitated. जैसे हम नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स को हम क्रिस्टल बना लेते हैं कि केमिकल्स के, जैसे सोडियम सल्फेट के, ऐसे ही वायरस के व्हेन इट इज़ आउटसाइड द बॉडी इसके हम क्रिस्टल्स बना सकते हैं. सो इट इज़ नॉन लिविंग आउटसाइड द बॉडी ऑफ द होस्ट. So this is all about few of the points of classification. I will deliver daily lecture on these chapter wise on small questions of every chapter, and you can attempt your multiple choice question from these and remember it. Okay, have a good day. Like it, इसको सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिए, शेयर करना ना भूलिए. Give the comments if you find it good. Okay, bye. Have a good day.